Back in 2018, I was living in the Tampa Bay area, and I wasn't a nightlife girl at all. I was routine, work, home, sleep, repeat. So what happened that night still feels unreal. Because it started with two co-workers who wouldn't stop pushing. One of them was Carly, early 20s, always energetic. Always, let's go out. For weeks, she kept saying the same thing. Just one night. You're always at home. You need to live a little. Then the second girl joined in too, Tasha. Same pressure, same teasing, same, come on. Eventually I said yes, not because I wanted to go, but because I wanted them to stop asking. One weekend, one night, that's it. If I could rewind time, I would have stayed home and never left my couch. Quick question. Have you ever agreed to something just to stop being bothered? Yeah. That was me. The night of, Carly came over with a plan. She wanted to leave her car at my place and have me drive. That already made me uneasy. I'd lived in the area for a few years, but I didn't really know it. My driving map was basically my apartment, my job, and a grocery store. Anything outside that, and I needed GPS, like oxygen. But Carly acted like it was totally normal, like I was her personal ride. So I grabbed my keys, took a breath, and drove us to pick up Tasha. We got to Tasha's apartment. She wasn't ready. So we went inside and waited. A few minutes passed. Then she finally came out. All three of us got into my car. I was driving. Carly was giving directions, like she'd done this 100 times. We made turns I didn't recognize. Cut through streets I'd never used. Until we pulled up near this loud, crowded place. People everywhere. Music spilling out the doors. Parking lot packed, like it was a holiday. The second we stepped inside, it hit me. Heat. Noise. Flashing lights. Bodies shoulder to shoulder. It was the exact kind of place I avoid. We found a spot. Ordered drinks. I tried to relax. Tried to pretend this was normal. Then Carly leaned in and said, I see someone I know. I'll be right back. And she looked at Tasha. Come with me. And just like that, they walked away. They begged me for weeks to come out. And within minutes, they left me alone. I remember standing there, annoyed. Like, really? But I stayed put. Because walking around alone in a place like that felt worse. So I waited. And this is where the night starts sliding into something else. A few minutes later, they came back, smiling, like they'd shared a joke. Carly held out a drink and said, Here, someone bought a round. It didn't look weird, didn't smell weird, just a normal drink in a club. And I took it. Because she was my coworker. Because we'd been around each other every day. Because my brain didn't even consider the alternative. They drank theirs. I drank mine. Then another round happened. And another. By the time I was partway through my third drink, my body started feeling wrong. Not tipsy. Not drunk. Wrong. Like someone turned the lights down inside my head. Like my thoughts got thick. Like something heavy dropped over me. A cold panic washed through me, for no reason. I looked at Carly and said, We need to go, right now. And after that, the night turns into broken pieces. The next clear picture I get is me sitting in my car, outside Tasha's apartment complex, still in the driver's seat. My head felt stuffed with cotton, like like time was moving in slow motion, and I could hear Carly and Tasha talking outside the car. I can't tell you exactly what they said. I can't. It's like the audio in my brain is corrupted. But I remember what my body did. My stomach dropped. My skin went cold. And something deep inside me screamed, "Leave!" I didn't need to understand. I just knew. I was in danger. So I put the car in drive and pull off. Fast. Whatever was in that drink, it wasn't alcohol. I wasn't even drunk. It felt like my mind was being filled with static. I couldn't think straight. I couldn't focus. Street signs didn't register. I kept making wrong turns, missing exits, forgetting where I was seconds after I passed something. I had one goal: get home. But even pulling up GPS felt complicated, like my hands didn't belong to me. And then it happened. I stopped at a red light, and two men appeared at my driver's side window. I didn't even notice where they came from. They were just there. Before I could process anything, one of them grabbed my door handle, and my driver's side door started to open. Let me say that again. My door started to open. My car automatically locked the moment I put it in gear. It always did. They shouldn't have been able to open it, but they were pulling it like they knew exactly what they were doing. That moment cut through the fog, just enough. I slammed the gas. I shot through the intersection, and I didn't look back. After that, my memory blanks again, like someone took scissors to the tape. The next thing I remember is my car parked near a quiet neighborhood. Houses, still streets, no people, no sound, just silence. I was staring at my phone, trying to use it, not because I didn't know how, because my brain wouldn't cooperate. Everything felt delayed, paranoid, confusing. Even unlocking the screen felt like work. I looked around. No one near me. For a second, I thought, maybe it's over. I leaned my seat back, and I passed out. Not a normal sleep. A heavy, forced sleep, like my body got shut off. I woke up, and it was early morning, around 5. My head still felt slow, but the fog was lifting. I finally managed to pull up directions, and I drove home on autopilot. When I got inside, I collapsed in bed. Later that morning, I woke up again, and my phone was lit up. Missed calls. A lot of them. Most from Carly. A few from a friend who apparently got worried. When I finally called Carly back, she answered like she was angry. "Where the hell did you go?" she snapped. I said, "Are you serious? I think I got drugged. I wasn't sticking around." There was this pause, just long enough to feel wrong. Then she said something that made my stomach twist. She said, "Okay, but that wasn't supposed to happen to you." Not what? Not, "Are you okay?" Not panic. Just that. Like she already knew. Then she immediately changed her tone and said she'd come by later to grab her car. I hung up and just sat there, because now that red light moment came back. Those two men, that door handle, and I kept asking myself, was that real? Or was it the drug making me hallucinate? So I went outside to check my car, and my heart dropped. The plastic casing around my driver's side door handle was gone. Not cracked, not loose. Gone. Like it had been ripped off, which meant someone was holding that handle when I sped off. And the force of me tearing away ripped it right out. That wasn't paranoia. That wasn't imagination. That was proof. Someone tried to get into my car while I was drugged, while I was alone, while I could barely think. And Carly put me in that situation. I never spoke to her again. And the reason I'm telling you this is simple. The only thing that saved me that night was listening to the feeling that didn't make sense yet. That sudden dread, that body warning, that instinct. Because sometimes your body knows the truth before your brain can explain it. If this story messed with you, subscribe to Sinister Lores. Because the scariest horror isn't monsters, it's people. And it's what they'll try to do when you're not expecting it. Comment if you've ever had a moment where your instincts saved you. And if you want the next story, I'll tell it.